Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to our first Hangout presented by Group 6. Today we will begin discussing national educational technology standards for teachers and students. My name is Taylor Serafinas, and I did Teacher Standard number 2 and Student Standard number 6. The Teacher Standard for number 2 is Design, Develop Digital Age Learning Experiences and Assessments. For the Teacher Standards, it involves facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity, design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments, model digital age work and learning, promote and model digital age citizenship and responsibility, and engage in professional growth and leadership. The standard that I chose to focus on was focuses on teachers design and develop customized technology-enriched learning experiences for the students to explore through for both practice and assessments. The student standards are as follows: creativity and innovation, communication and collaboration, research and information fluency, critical thinking, problem solving and decision making, digital citizenship, and technology operations and concepts. I focused on number 6, which is technology operations and concepts, and it is when students demonstrate a complete understanding of technology concepts, systems, and operations by applying their current knowledge to navigate through their new technologies presented. An example for the teacher standard that I analyzed was a program called Microsoft Sway. An interesting thing that I really liked about Sway was it was an interactive website. It allowed teachers to demonstrate to students how to create profiles and share experiences, and it really builds up a student's academic education progression by being able to add pictures onto their storyline. They can add comments. People can also interact within the page and comment back to the students. So that's really helpful with parents and teachers interacting with the students as well. An example for the student standard that I found was a website called Mathcraft. What I really liked about this was it was another interactive website where students could use their prior knowledge through technology to navigate through the boxes. So, for example, instead of clicking on each individual box, if a student was higher educated in technology, they can use the tab key to go from box to box to box and continue on. I also really enjoyed how the Mathcraft had different levels to it, so they would be able to skip certain levels if they were too easy, or take a little more time on levels that they considered to be harder for them. The boxes also light up green when the students would answer the multiplication and factoring questions correctly, and they lit up red when it would be incorrect. So they can go back, check their work, and I just thought it was a really interesting site to use. 3 main things that I thought were really important when looking through all the technology standards were being able to gauge different levels of learning, using technology that's current and up to date, and technology that requires the student's current knowledge to develop new learning experiences. I think that all of these really just go hand in hand, because as a teacher, you're supposed to gauge students' learning just in every subject. So by using technology, you should also be able to keep up with what is new, what is in style, and what is best to help each individual student learn in their own way. I also think using technology is great because, as it is ever-changing in day-to-day aspects, students are able to use their current knowledge and use the technology to their advantage no matter what level they're at. And these are my references.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Wood, and I will be discussing several national technology standards. The standards I will be discussing are Teacher Standard 3, Student Standard 2, and Student Standard 5. Standard 3 is on teachers modeling technology work and learning. This standard requires that teachers show knowledge and ability of using technology. Teachers should demonstrate fluency in using technology and applying what they already know to new technologies. They should also use different technologies to collaborate and communicate with others, such as students, parents, and coworkers. Another aspect of the standard is modeling the use of technologies for learning and having students follow suit. Student Standard 2 is on students using technology to communicate and collaborate in order to boost their own learning as well as the learning of others. This calls for interaction with peers as well as experts. Students should also be able to communicate information to an audience using different technologies. Another aspect for this standard is for students to interact with students from other cultures in order to gain some cultural awareness. Also, team projects are included in this standard. Student Standard 5 is about students demonstrating digital citizenship, understanding issues with technology, and having proper behavior. Students should safely and legally use technology as well as information found using technology. Responsibility with technology use is key. The standard calls for students to have a positive attitude when using technology for school purposes. Students should also show that being a lifelong learner is important and shows leadership and being a good digital citizen. The link below is to a great example from Teachers First of a lesson that incorporates Teacher Standard 3, Modeling Digital Age Work and Learning. This lesson is on volcanoes and requires students to write or type a paragraph on volcanoes. It also comes with directions for incorporating technology, which is where this lesson relates to Teacher Standard 3. It has the option for the teacher to model the writing process on an interactive whiteboard. It has an option for the teacher to create and model use of a class wiki where students will share their projects. Using Teachers First, I was able to find an activity that incorporates Student Standard 2, communication and collaboration. A part of this standard is for students to gain an understanding of others by interacting with learners of other cultures, which is exactly what the site Global Virtual Classroom allows you to do. The teacher signs up for this program, which will allow their class to virtually communicate with a class in another country. It also has ideas for lessons to use along with this cultural experience. Student Standard 5 talked about technology safety, so this activity found on Teachers First goes perfectly. Surf Swell is a game by Disney where students learn about internet safety alongside Mickey Mouse and his friends. It goes over topics such as privacy, viruses, and internet etiquette. Below the activity are resources for teachers and parents to use. Students could do activity individually or as a class using a projector or the interactive whiteboard. To conclude, here are 3 points to keep in mind when using the technology standards. 1, what is the age and ability level of your students? This is important because you don't want to give students something they aren't capable of completing. For instance, you wouldn't have a 5-year-old typing a Word document. Number 2, accessibility to the technology. For instance, what technology is available for use at your school? What technology do your students have access to at home? And what technology do the parents have access to? Will this inclusion of technology enhance your lesson and your students' learning? You want to include technology that adds to your lesson, not hinder it. And here are my references.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Higgins, and I'll be talking to you about national technology standards today. I did Teacher Standard 1, Student Standard 1, and Student Standard 4. For Teacher Standard 1, we should be thinking of creative and innovative thinking, student reflection, engaging our students in the real-world issues, and collaborative knowledge. For Student Standard 2, we should be collaborating with peers, personal and group expression, use of models, and trends. For Student Standard 4, we should develop questions, develop solutions, collect and analyze data, and explore alternative solutions. Oopsies. For Teacher Standard 1, teachers use their knowledge of subject matter and technology to facilitate experiences that advance students' learning. We should be promoting, supporting, and model creative and innovative thinking, and engaging students to explore real-world issues. We should model collaborative knowledge construction by engaging them with other students, our colleagues, and others in face-to-face and virtual environments. So in this one, I used the link from Teacher First, and it's called My NASA Data. So in the classroom, there are plans for the young children to learn how to create basic line plots and bar graphs, and older children can learn how to go more in depth about the weather and how that system works. There's an infinite amount of topics to choose from that can fit any science curriculum and can be modeled to fit any age group. In this example, when you click on the link, you can have the students take weather data and project it into a basic line plot or bar graph. In Student Standard 1, students demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processes using technology. This includes applying existing knowledge that they already have to new projects. They can create original works as a means of expression and use models to explore complex systems and issues. This helps them to identify trends and forecast possibilities. So the link that I got from Teacher First is called 101 Questions, which requires students to look at an image or video and then write a question for the picture. The question can only be 140 characters total, and you can also skip a picture. This allows children to express how they feel a picture or video might look. They can write anything that they feel about the picture or video, or they can ask questions about it. In the classroom, this is where creative fluency begins. You can use this site in language arts, math, science, social studies, and history. This helps the students to focus on inspiration for problem-based learning and teaches students how to sequence the images to find ways to form a logical plot. At the end, you can challenge students to create their own 101 question images or videos to share with the class and invite other students to respond with questions in the comments. For Student Standard 4, students use critical thinking skills to plan and conduct research, manage projects, solve problems, and make informed decisions using appropriate digital tools and resources. This helps to identify and define authentic problems and significant questions for an investigation or anything they are interested in. This also helps the students to plan and manage activities that could develop a solution to a problem or project they've created. Collecting and analyzing the data allows the students to identify solutions or make educated guesses and informed decisions. Using multiple processes helps to explore alternative solutions to a problem or project they may have started. For this one, my example was through Problems of the Month, which is a website that offers problems divided into 5 difficulty levels to be used as a part of a problem-solving theme. There are video examples that demonstrate the use of different levels within each of the problems. In the classroom, this site can be used to supplement Common Core math teaching materials and problem-solving lessons. Although it is meant to be used as a school-wide project, teachers can still pull lesson plans off the site to use in the classroom. In conclusion, when using technology standards, it's important to use technology to facilitate experiences and advance student learning. In other words, how can we help to further the knowledge of our students? It should also help demonstrate creative thinking, construct the students' knowledge, and develop innovative projects through the use of technology. How can we make the students more creative? What can we do to enhance their knowledge? Finally, we should facilitate critical thinking skills to plan, conduct, and manage research and projects and solve problems. How can we use technology through projects, and how can we use it to solve our problems? And these are my references.
Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Wallen and I did Teacher Standards 4 and 5 and Student Standards 3. In Teacher Standards 4, teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities in involving digital culture and exhibit legal and ethical behavior in their professional practices. The use of learner-centered strategies promote and model digital equity and develop and model cultural understanding. In Teacher Standard 5, teachers continuously improve their professional practice, model lifelong learning, and exhibit leadership in their school and professional community by promoting and demonstrating the effective use of digital tools and resources. These contribute to teachers, schools, and the community. They evaluate and reflect on current research, and they exhibit leadership. In Student Standards 3, students apply digital tools to gather, evaluate, and use information. This is when they plan strategies, use information from multiple sources and media, and process data and report results. From the website Teacher First, I got an article that is Technology and Reading eBooks in Education. And the website summed up that ebooks allow students to have a book in any place, like a classroom or library at home, on the go, as long as they have a digital device to access it. It assists students in the metacognitive process, and it demonstrates the use of their vocabulary, reading, writing, and assessment skills. The second link that I got from Teacher First website was Tinkercade, and it allows students to create 3D models. The website allows students to play with various shapes and letters and allows students to use their imagination, create, and share their final products in schools and throughout the community. And the final link I got from Teacher First was Mathematics Instructional Resources. And this is math instruction for all grade levels correlated to Common Core standards, offers multiple sources of maps, lesson plans, and assessments for students and teachers, suggestions and strategies for back to school and classroom tips, and allows students and teachers to share, edit, and review topics. In conclusion, 3 significant points when using technology is that it allows students to be creative and active thinkers. It is allowing students to shape their minds and allowing them early access to tools they would use in the future and can help students learn at their own adaptable level. Here are my references. And this wraps up Group 6 with Ashley, Taylor, Hannah, and Emma.